Morning, everyone. We're here for the Sunday Mindset Session. The great man, Tony Meredith, is there. He's half dark, half shade, half light. And, he's standing out the front of his house today because that's all important right now in terms of the rules that we have banded around about social distancing and so forth and not loitering around. Tony, how are you? You're sticking to the rules, which is great.
Mate, I'm a real follower. I am. So we were just talking offline. I didn't want to be down in the park where I normally go, be seen as loitering and cop a $1,000 fine. I would have been caught live on Facebook, of course, so it would have been very entertaining for your viewers, very entertaining for everyone else except for me, who would have had to cop the fine. So hence I'm out the front of my place, doing the right thing, and, making the most of Easter. It's also, if I could just take one moment, it's also my daughter's, my baby girl's 15th birthday today. So she's 15 to 15. So I know that she's
birthday.
She's Summer. So Summer's her name. Look, she's not watching because she's sound asleep. But anyway, sweetheart, if you do get to watch this at some stage, happy birthday. Lots of love from Dad. Obviously lots of love from Mum as well, but lots of love from Dad. And we're so proud of you. So we're going to have a bit of a celebration with her today. It's just the four of us, just my two kids, my wife and I, and we're going to do Zoom calls and all sorts of fun stuff to make the most of her birthday.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting one at the moment because I got some invitations from family members to go over, and I've actually done the no deal on it, Tony.
Yep.
My mum might be watching now, and she might be quite upset with me, but I think if we practice these things and actually put ourselves in a position to say no to things, it's actually probably of benefit to start that culture around it and to probably make that choice to stop things, right?
Well, it also would become very hypocritical for you. You're out there promoting, doing the right thing, and helping everyone through these times. And you're very very visible. So then it's a bit like the MP in New South Wales. It's like everyone in front of the cameras. Yeah, we're going to do this and stay at home. And then next minute he's up the Central Coast at his apartment, right? So I know that it's inconvenient. Whether it be for your mum or whoever, for all of us, right? I mean, goodness me, my daughter would love to have her girlfriends over and to celebrate a birthday. I mean, think back to your 15th birthday. It would have been a whole lot of fun, and you would have had your mates over and, all sorts of stuff, right? And, I mean, she's stuck at home with her older brother, me and her mum, and that's it. So, she would much rather be, as much as she'd love to celebrate with us, but then she'd love to get out and do what 15-year-old kids do, right? But she doesn't get that choice. So we all just have to, abide by the rules. It's inconvenient, but we're going to be better for this in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. Tony, it is a Sunday Mindset Session. How are you feeling this week? I guess a lot of people are going through a lot of things. Benjamin, Cobus, Tracy, many others have joined, and Cobus says, good evening, boys. He's in South Africa.
That's right, you joined last week. Hello, mate. How are you? Yeah, great. I mean, we're going global, Luke. This was always a goal of ours, right, for episode number 1. Can I say this is episode number 44? And look, let me take that back. We didn't talk about going global, so we'll edit that out later. But it's amazing that we've got international guests joining us. So thank you, mate. Appreciate you dialing in from South Africa.
Fantastic, Tony. How is everyone? I guess how's the feeling of everyone? Like, people are, how are you coping with the whole lockdown thing? I think my DNA is kind of made for this sort of action sometimes, and I just, it's just a case of, for me personally, just adapt. It's the constant thing of adapt. Now, people are reeling these things through their mind about, I can't do this, I can't do that. And it's all this, I can't. What would you say? It's midnight in South Africa. Well done, Cobus.
What it says you can. I just say you don't want to. You can. Of course you can. Of course you can stay at home. I see all those, social media posts around, our grandparents had to go to war and we're just got to sit and watch Netflix. I mean, of course you can do that. I mean, a lot of us do that regularly. Now that we've been forced to do it, now you want to rebel. But of course you can do it. It's just you don't want to. And I get that, But I tell you what, I've got to say that I don't think I've seen as many people exercising ever in my life. Everyone wants to get out. They want to, get out of the house and put the active wear on and go for a walk. And I think that's really positive. So I hope that people will keep that up. But look, we're all in this together, and the police are taking it very seriously, and so they should. That if you do the wrong thing, then you're going to cop a fine. And I'm hearing there some hefty fines as well, sort of $1,000, $1,300 fine. So it's just not worth it. So stay at home, do some stuff around home. Enjoy time with your family. Do Zooms or Facebook Lives or Skype calls or whatever. I know that as a family this morning at 10:30, we're going to do a little family Zoom call together. And have a little, happy Easter and a happy birthday to my daughter. And so that's how we're adapting today, and we're all in this together.
Cobra says it's a story you tell yourself. The only problem we have is that we think that we shouldn't have problems.
Well, we have heaps of problems, and we always have problems. And it's not about not having a problem. Like if you think you're worried about not having a problem, you need to accept that you're going to have a heap of problems. I've had an enormous number of problems, but it's all about then coming up with solutions to get your way out of those problems. Hard to find a good spot here this morning. But it's all about getting yourself out of those situations. That's the big thing. Is like you're going to have problems, so accept it. Things aren't going to go the way to the script. Accept it. The problem is that people don't accept it. They want things to be perfect, and when they're not perfect, the sky has caved in. Alternatively, they don't even start because they're worried that it won't be perfect. Whereas for people like yourself and I, we know that things aren't perfect. It's not. In fact, it's probably more not perfect or imperfect than it is perfect, to be brutally honest. But you keep going. You keep going because you know that it's worth it when you get it right, whether it be in your business or whether it be in your life.
We've got Michelle, Ryan, Linda, Lizzie. Mum's come on. She made it on here. David, Joseph, and David as well, another David, and many others that have joined on this Sunday Mindset session. So thank you, everyone, for coming on.
Thank you so much. Happy Easter to everyone.
Happy Easter.
Luke and I on this fine Sunday morning. What a gorgeous day here in Queensland. I'm not sure what it's like down here.
Mate, it's gorgeous. It's cool. It's crisp.
Absolutely.
It's cool, crisp, but the sun is out and blue skies. It's gorgeous weather. Out for my run this morning, as I do each and every morning. 7 Ks, pop it out.
Yes.
I actually cut my foot yesterday on something, and I was like a little bit worried that I wouldn't be able to run it today. But you got to pump through, push through.
How did you go? How was the foot?
It was okay. It's a bit sore at the moment, but it's okay. There was no blood coming out, so that's a positive. Cobra says, "Amen." We should see things for what they are, and not worse than what they are. That's nice.
Well, we always make them worse than what they are. We always play things up. But Cobus is absolutely right. I just want to go back to your foot situation. So how often do people have something like that, and that's enough to stop them, right? So what was it that kept you going forward, mate? I'd love for you to share with the viewers why you decided to keep going.
It's just that it's inbuilt in me now. It's a habit that's been created, and it's a continuation. And I probably feel like there's something missing if I don't run the 7 Ks.
Perfect. And so it's all about pushing through, regardless of pains in foots or legs or hips or whatever. You're pushing through. So well done to you.
Yeah, it's
But mate, I'm seeing a lot of people and hearing a lot of people starting to get a bit frustrated with it all.
That's exactly what I was just about to say in terms of it's easy for us to say, and maybe we're dealing with things better than the average person. But what about people who are not dealing with this? I guess this is the big thing for individuals. So the people that are struggling with the whole thing about having that lockdown sort of situation.
Well, what they're doing is they're coming from a position of lack, a position of what I don't have, right? As opposed to come out from a position of what you do have. So rather than saying, well, I don't have my regular coffee catch up with my girlfriends on a Sunday morning, or I don't get to go to the movies, or I don't get to go to the pub, or whatever it is, what are the things that you do have? Right? I accept it's different. I'm not sitting here trying to pretend for one moment that it's not different, because it's incredibly different. But come at it from a position of what is it that I do have, and it's no different to gratitude, right? So gratitude, I believe, is one of the most powerful practices that all of us can adopt, and that is to be grateful and happy for the things we do have. So don't worry about what you don't have, because you don't have it. Don't worry about all those things that you used to do, because they're now gone. Right? Now they may come back in some capacity into the future. We don't know when. but be grateful for the things that you do have. Be grateful for the fact that, firstly, you're healthy, because there's a lot of people right now who aren't healthy, who are incredibly sick, who require ventilators, who are dying. Be grateful that you're not in New York right now because they're doing it tough. Be grateful that you're not in Italy or Spain or wherever these other hotspots are. Be grateful that you got your family safe. Be grateful that you get to spend a nice Easter together. You get to communicate with each other as opposed to having other distractions. There's a lot to be grateful for. It's just that we come at it from a position of lack. I'm so frustrated that I used to have that and I can no longer have it. And it's a case of, well, you've got to accept the fact that it's not there. Don't be romantic about what 2019 was like or even what February was like, because that's gone. And I believe that our world will change forever as a result of this. And if you think back to when 9/11 happened back in 2001, and then all of a sudden our world changed very differently with the security measures going through airports and all those types of things. And look, now today in 2020, we just accept that as being normal. But in 2001, that wasn't normal at all. In fact, that put massive inconvenience and pressure on us. But guess what we did over the last 19 or so years? We've adapted. We accept that it's normal. And so the same will happen when we move forward post-COVID-19. There's going to be changes. Things aren't going to go back to the way they are. I don't know what they are, but there will be changes, obviously. And we'll adapt and we'll accept. And there'll be people initially who go, well, I'm struggling with that. That's different. But over a period of time, it'll just be what we do. It'll just be our new normal. It'll just be our new adaptation as a society.
Sean, Hayden, Brent, Kay, good to have you on as well this morning for the Sunday Mindset session. Tony, I guess it's, and we got Cobra saying poverty mindset. Yeah, that could be an issue of victim mentality. Smiles from Hayden, and morning Luke, says Sean. Tony, in terms of the topic we really want to talk about today is, on the back of that lack that you say, I guess people out there, are they thinking about, are you making the choice of enjoyment? And this is a central topic that we want to focus on today of, that reflection of enjoyment. Are you enjoying? How are you enjoying? Any thoughts around that just in general before we get into those items?
Well, I've got enormous thoughts, Lou. Firstly, just at the highest level, we all have the choice, right? So we all have the choice. So, okay, you mightn't have the choice to be able to loiter down the park. Well, you do have a choice, but you're going to cop a fine, right? You mightn't have the choice to go to your favourite watering hole anymore. But you still have a choice as to how you go about the day. You still have the choice whether you want to have today as being a happy day, a fun day, an enjoyable day, or you want to whinge and whine and complain and have a shitty day. So you've got a choice, and we've all got the same choice. And again, I go back to the fact that it's different. Please, for one moment, don't think that I'm not acutely aware of the fact that it's different. I'm standing at the front of my house because I don't want to go down to the park and be hit with a $1,000 fine for doing a Facebook Live in the park. So I'm standing here, I'm dodging the sun, not very well. So it's different, I get it, but I still have the choice as to how I attack today, and I choose to attack it with a big smile on my face, make the most of it. It's my daughter's 15th birthday, so it's a special day in the Meredith household. It's Easter. That's special for us as well. So, but I choose to have an amazing day.
Yeah, look at the choices and the adaptation that we're doing. How many times have I got onto Zoom? I had a bit of a session with a couple of boys last night, just talking about various things that are happening around the world and our country and so forth, and sharing ideas and thoughts. And it's a good way of communication, and it's great to be able to just open the laptop and sit there and enjoy each other's company, maybe via like a Zoom link. So we are lucky in what's going on and what we're doing, and the technology we have available in this period of lockdown as well. So I'm super grateful for that, and I make the choice, I guess, in terms of all doing this as well, Tony, about putting together things like this, right? And putting together a drink session with some of the boys, or the Friday virtual drinks that I had. And also yesterday I did a 3-hour session with a couple of people, which we put on Facebook as well, which was about an economic debate and discussion, and sharing some thoughts around it with individuals that get thoughts from other people and other groups, and we all combine together And that's the choices I've been making. So I guess for each individual out there, what kind of choices are you making to, think about not what you're lacking right now, but what opportunities present themselves in this time?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Because when you think about what's lacking, you get very upset, you get very depressed, and also it's looking backwards. Right? So when you think about what's lacking, you're looking backwards and wishing that life was the way that it was, wishing that you're doing all these things. You're dwelling on the past. Stop dwelling on the past because it's gone. Here we are, Sunday morning, whatever the time is, right, wherever you are, it's Sunday morning, it's about what can you do next. And today, you have so many choices, but at the simplest level, you've got two. You can choose to have a really great day and a happy day and make the most of today and enjoy the fact that it's a beautiful day. We live in a beautiful country or wherever you are in the world. Or you can choose to have a shit day and a whingy, whiny, complaining day, but the choice is each and every one of ours.
Another South African that has joined as well. I don't know if he's based in South Africa or Italy. Can't remember that exactly.
Wow. Okay.
So
we are going truly global.
Couple of mates there. They're actually big fans of. I think we connected it originally by throwing out some ideas about Gary Vee, actually. So
okay, great.
Tony Gallagher and another Tony has also joined. Julian and I actually am trying to pronounce his name. Entine. Yeah, it's very hard for me. I'm terrible with names. Anyway, so Tony Gallagher says, good morning.
Good morning,
so, yeah, opportunities, Tony. What do you see as the opportunities right now? Apparently he's based in Italy. So, yeah, we've got someone in from Italy, got South Africa on here, obviously a whole bunch of Australians. And hopefully if you're anywhere around the world, just tell us where you are. Love to hear from you, or what suburb or what town that you're from in Australia, wherever. Love to hear where everyone's from and love the community.
Well, opportunities. I don't think we've got long enough, to be honest, to go through the number of opportunities. So firstly, if we want to talk about life, there's opportunities to connect in a way that we've never connected before. As I said, this morning we're going to have a family Zoom call. We've been doing this now the last couple of days, and we get everyone from in different parts of the country, and we dial them in, and we have a good old family chat, and we'll celebrate my daughter's birthday. That's on the life side. There's so many opportunities. You might want to do something around your house that you haven't done for a while. You might want to read a book. You might want to watch your favourite video series or movie series that you've been putting off for a long time. You might just want to do Zoom calls with friends or phone calls with friends. Or guess what? Because everything's a little bit slower now, we've got more time, right? So when you talk about opportunity, ordinarily the single biggest excuse that I hear as a coach is I don't have enough time. Well, right now I'm going to call bullshit on each and every one person because you have an enormous amount of time right now that we've never had before. And so it's now around how are you maximising the time. So you're all being exposed. That is, you've all got an enormous amount of time. How are you spending it? So then on the business side of things, well, goodness me, there's so many things you can do. For example, you want to start thinking about what you do from a social media point of view. Branding. Why don't you reach out to your clients? I said to one of my clients this week, so I've been offering more services to my clients and helping them out. My business has got a little bit quiet, so I've got this time, so I'm reaching out to my clients and saying, how can I assist? And this is all just extra stuff. I'm not charging people. It's more just helping me wanting to pay it forward to my clients. I helped out. I did a few phone calls for him the other day and got a few things organised. But reach out to your clients. How can I help you? What can I do? Ask them, are you okay? You don't have to just go and reach out and ask for help. You could simply say, how you doing? Like, are you okay? How are you dealing with it? How are your staff dealing with it? How's your family dealing with it? Just have a chat to your clients. It's a wonderful, wonderful time to cement, I call it stickiness. It's your relationship with your clients. They're going to remember you. They're going to remember these sorts of things. When times are tough, people will remember when times are tough. So when things are going well, everyone's a champion, right? But when times are tough, the real character rises to the surface. And so for each and every one of you in business, reach out and say good day to your clients and see if they're okay and see if you can help them in some capacity. You can do the administration that you've been threatening to do for a long time. Set up your marketing plan. What's that going to look like? Start to think about new products. There's so many things because you've got time. So no longer do you have time as your excuse. If you're an employee of someone, what else could you be doing? Can you help out your local community? Are there things that you could do? Reach out to people. There's a lot of things that people can be doing right now because we have time.
A lot of time for time.
It's a lot of time for time. But here's the thing. So you don't want to come out the other end of this and have regret. And have regret that you miss this time. So you don't want to sit there and wait, whinge and whine and complain and coronavirus, poor me, and then 3 and 6 months' time, you're going to be behind where your competitors are, because I can tell you that in my space and in my client space, we are active and we are out there and we are thinking about doing the things that we know we need to do, because we're going to come out the other end of this bigger, better, stronger than ever. And if you choose to not do that, then it's going to be at your detriment in 3 and 6 months' time when the lights get turned back on and when everyone starts to open up again. I want to make sure that myself and my clients are well positioned to better serve their customer base and their future customer base. And so that's about leveraging this gift that we have right here and right now.
And well rested, Tony.
You'll be well rested as well. You can be well rested. You can there's so many things you can do, right? But
Eva,
it's a gift.
Eva, Clinton, Jeffrey, good to have you all on. Cameron's also come on. When we're talking about the making a choice of enjoyment right now, look, the times are different, Tony. I guess we've got a question about the whole thing is there actually acceptance of what's going on? So to be firstly aware of your situation and that you're, not having that negative mindset of what's going on and dwelling on things, there first needs to be an acceptance of where you are and where you're at right now.
Of course. You've got to accept the fact that it's different. You can't keep wishing for the way that it was. A lot of people are being very romantic and saying, 2019, I'm so sorry what I said about you and all this stuff. Well, I'm so sorry, but that's gone. And that's called dwelling on the past. And it's about recognising that you can't change that. You can't change the fact that we're here. We certainly here, we didn't start the coronavirus, right? So you've got to accept that it's been thrust upon us. But what are you going to do? That's the answer. What are you going to do? Because that's the choice. So accept the fact that it's here. Accept the fact that it's unfortunate. Accept the fact that it's incredibly sad to see what's going on globally. These things, I'm not oblivious to these facts, but also accept the fact that you have the power to do whatever you choose to do. And history is going to judge the people who decided to be proactive and get up and make a difference in their lives or their communities' lives or their families' lives at this point in time, as opposed to those that whinged, whined, complained, capitulated, and only like things when everything is rosy.
Yeah, I guess it makes me think about all the different policies that are coming out from the government, and I guess in terms of property investing, landlords are worried about the whole thing about not being able to evict tenants if they're not paying, and the moratoriums that they're coming in, and all the different changes, and everyone's guessing about what this is going to happen or this is going to happen. You're dwelling on something that's not even in place right now. All you can do is set yourself up as best you can, but then you've just got to roll with the punches as they come. And I guess people are just guessing.
Well, I don't watch the news because it's just a whole lot of crap, to be honest. Because it's just a big talk fest. I've got better things to be doing with my day, so I don't watch it. But it's about control what I can control. So I can control, for example, the amount of news that I watch and how I consume it. I can control.
It might be even like the discussions with other people, Tony, because people are bringing this up all the time. Like obviously in the property space, I'm talking to clients about it. I guess in the coaching space, you'll be talking to clients about different things that are coming up for them. It is all about then just deciding for yourself, what you're focusing your attention on in regards to the guessing of different things that are coming up and what's actually going to happen as a result of those.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Control what you can control.
Yeah.
Don't guess about it because you got no say. Some committee, somewhere, government is going to make a decision that you're going to have zero influence over, zero control over, zero. So accept that, right? And so I talk about, in fact, I had a really long conversation with my clients on Thursday, and so it's very exciting. He's got some exciting stuff happening, and he's getting himself all sort of emotional about the potential of something that may come off for him. But I said, you've got to disconnect yourself from the outcome. I said, because have you done all you can do? He said, well, yes, I have, because he's done presentations and gone to this person and had meetings with this person and all these exciting things. And when it comes off, and I'll be one of the first shouting from the rooftops. But I said, have you done all you can do? He said, yes, I have. I said, well, you've got to put your head on the pillow every night, knowing full well that you have done everything that you can. And everything from this point on is out of your control. So that's what I talk about, disconnect yourself from the outcome. Think about the things that you can do. Think about the actions that you can take. And do those to the very best of your ability. But at the end of the day, win, lose or draw, that's not up to you. Someone else decides that outcome. It's no different when you're looking to bring on new clients in your business, right? It's like, well, you do a good presentation, you put your best foot forward, you talk to them about what the benefits of search party property and all these sorts of things and your history and your testimonials and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, do you decide if that client comes on board or do they decide? They decide.
They decide.
So there's a line in the sand, and it's like you've got to recognise that there's a point which you can no further control. You can no further, you can influence and persuade, but at some stage the baton's taken away from you and given to the person you're talking to, and they decide. And if you put your head on the pillow at night and go, you know what, I did the very, very, very best I can, and you don't get the client, you don't get the client, but you did the best you can. And that's the key thing. Focus on the things that you can do.
Fantastic, Tony. Some good words of advice there. How are we making the choice of enjoyment? Let's get into that. How do we make that choice? You know, what are we doing? Is it a reflection thing for ourselves? What do you think we're going to doing to create that?
Well, the choice of enjoyment is what we've been talking about. It's about you can choose to enjoy today. You can choose to have a wonderful day. You can choose to have eat heaps of chockies. I hope you've stocked up on heaps of chockies. I know the Merediths have. So, you know, there's going to be heaps of chocolate getting eaten today.
A bit of ice cream with that, or do you just eat the chocolate on?
Oh, of course there's ice cream. Sorry, I didn't realise I needed to specify the fact that I gorge on ice cream regularly. I thought my fans, my followers already knew that. You can choose how to enjoy today. You know, make the most of today, because here's the thing: you're in today, so today's going to happen, right? You're going to get to Sunday night, and what feeling do you want to have? How do you want to look back on your day today? Do you want to look back and go, oh God, I wasted yet another day, and I squandered that, and I whinge, whine, complain, or you go, you know what? Well, I made the best of the situation, and it's a crap situation, but I made the best of it. And I did the things that I wanted to do, and again, I've got the gift of time, or I caught up with my family, and I did Zoom calls. Make the most of it, because, you know, you're sure you've got the choice to go outside and you can run the gauntlet, and good luck to you if you do. But I suspect you're gonna have a hefty bill to pay if you do the wrong thing. The police are certainly cracking down. So you've got the choice. How do you want to feel? That's a good question. It's just coming to mind. How do you want to feel tonight at 7 o'clock?
Look at that guy speeding past you.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all here now. How do you want to feel at the end of today about Easter 2020? What emotion, what feeling do you want to have at 7 o'clock tonight when you look back on your day on Easter 2020? Do you want to have, hi mate, how are you? Do you want to, feel like you've had a great day, a crap day, a fun day? It's up to you. Choice is yours.
What choice are you making, Tony?
Well, I'm having an awesome day, mate. So as I said, we've got my daughter's 15th birthday today. We're going to go inside and have. I don't think my kids. Was it 8:30? They're probably not. I know my son won't be up. My daughter may be, because it's her special day. My son won't get up, so we'll have a bit of breakfast, some eggs and croissants and stuff, and then we'll get stuck into the choppy. And then we have a fun day. We're going to have a family Zoom catch up this morning, and I'll go for a run later on this afternoon. And we're going to have a good day. We're going to make the most of it. And I'm really enjoying just reconnecting.
What's that guy doing laps there on his bike, up and down?
Yeah, I live in a cul-de-sac, and so he's just doing his laps up and down. He's getting his exercise, which is great. So, up and down he goes, which is fantastic.
Fantastic. Michael, Brett, David, Greg, many others that have joined. Julian says, I'm with you, Tony, read the news. I listen to the ABC at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. That's it. I keep up to date in the industry via industry-specific journalists, podcasts, and experts. I can see the anxiety in people who have the TV on all day.
Well, the idea of the news, quite simply, is to people need to understand what's the role of the news, and it's to keep you fixated on that channel. There's so many choices right now, so I want to keep you fixated on that particular channel. That's the role, and how do they do that? They sensationalise things. They create fear. Okay, and the more that you sit there, the more that you're going to, get yourself worked up, perhaps get yourself in an anxious state. You might be feeling a little bit fearful, and then you see 30 minutes of the news, and it could really tip you over the edge. So it's important to really manage that and monitor that. And good on you, Julian, for limiting that. So I don't watch the news. I get my news, so just scan through the internet. And if I want to dive into something, I'll click the button and dive into it. But otherwise, I know what's going on. I know that the coronavirus is going on. I know that Trump's, saying all sorts of outlandish things. I know that. I know what's going on enough, but I don't need to delve into the.
How funny is that guy? By the way, how funny is he? He's got like a comedian.
Look, he is, and
biggest enemy. This is our biggest enemy of.
Well, it's interesting because this is going to be a really testing time for him because they've got the US presidential elections.
Oh, mate, they love him at the moment. He's getting all the airtime. They love him. His popularity's going through the roof. Same like ScoMo at the moment. No one else is getting any attention. So, conspiracy theory or whatever you want to call it around these sort of things, but politicians or leaders do get super attention during these times. No one even knows who the other candidate is right now. It's interesting how that all works. But
I suppose the point is that I, without getting into the political side of things, it's more just simply that I get enough. I know what's going on by just skimming through the internet. I know exactly what's happening. And I'm fine with that. I don't have to sit there and get swept up in the hysteria because plenty of people do, and there are people who are of weaker mind. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying people who perhaps don't have the strength to be able to deal with those sorts of things, and they're getting swept up in the hysteria of it, and then it's really starting to affect their thoughts, and then it affects your whole physiology. And it's interesting. I was doing something yesterday with one of my other clients that you know her very well, and she's
actually on live right now.
Is she? Well, she's been very. She knows who she is. She's been very sick lately, and I'm very concerned for her because her thoughts are making her sick. And it's a point that I want to make to everyone is that your thoughts will absolutely make you sick, and so you need to get that in check. If you are in a state of fear and anxiety constantly, then what's happening is your immune system is going to be impacted, and it has the potential to make you sick. Coronavirus or no coronavirus, we're coming in Australia. We're coming into our winter, right? And so you want to have your immunity system, strong. By being anxious all the time and fearful all the time, you are doing yourself zero favours. And it's what we do as humans, right? So you think about, say, animals, right? So animals might, say I'm a deer, right? And I'm getting chased by a lion, and I have this fearful state for a moment, and I'm trying to escape it, and I escape it. And what happens straight after I've escaped the danger? Well, I go back to just chewing on grass, and I'm relaxed, and I'm, light, and everything's calmed back down again. But what do we do as humans? We have a fearful moment and we escape it. We dwell on it. We play it over in our mind. Because we dwell on it, what we think about expands. And so now this little thing that was this big, now I'm thinking about it. Now it's become this big. So I've just turned this molehill into a mountain. The event's gone, no longer impacted, but I keep dwelling on it. And it's really, really affecting my whole immune system because I'm doing it. So,
yeah, I'm a big believer in that. Like exercise is good, and then it helps on the mental side. It gives some clears up the mind, and so I've heard stories about people doing sort of laugh therapy or laughing to cure cancer. Yeah. There is something within that makes us happy. That I think happier people that are often in a situation where they're not getting as sick as much as the average person. So
well, laughter is the best medicine, right? That's what they tell us. That laughter. Sorry, mate, I'm just avoiding getting run over here in the streets. Laughter is
middle of the road. You are loitering.
Well, I'm trying to find a spot here where I'm just not burning.
Right, right there.
I'm just right there.
Yeah.
Laughter is the best medicine, right? That's what they've said to us for years. We grew up about believing that as kids, and it's so true. You know, have a laugh. Don't take life too seriously. Enjoy yourself, because when you're laughing, all sorts of endorphins are going off in your system, and your heart's opening up, and your blood's pumping. You feel very good. Whereas a lot of people aren't laughing right now, and it's about just find the lighter side in all this, and have a laugh.
That's why I wear the party.
There's a lot,
Tony. That's why I wear the party pants all the time, mate.
Well, so what you're doing by that is you're helping with others' engagement, right? You're helping with their engagement. You're helping them have a laugh and not take things too seriously. Oh, they're fantastic pants. I love it, right? And so it's about don't take it all so seriously right now. I understand, by the way, that there are serious things going on. Please, again, I'm not oblivious. Before the comments light up and what, I'm not oblivious or ignorant to what's going on, but I just have a choice as to how I deal with things.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a choice to focus on being negative and sad. I have a choice to take life a bit lightly and have some fun with it, and I know what I choose.
Tony Gallagher says, correct, Tony, we need to stay healthy. Yes, immunity is key, I guess, right now more than any time before, and then keeping ourselves well so that we can help and help others as well, like keeping ourselves nice and fresh and healthy. Eating the right foods. I'm probably eating healthier than I probably ever have before at the moment. Plenty of salads, plenty of yogurt and muesli and fruits. So that's been, I guess, a good part about it as well. And I'm keeping it very light as well. Have some fun around it. Meet up with other people on Zoom, right? So
good. I'm keeping it light. I'm not keeping my food light, but I'm certainly keeping my mindset light. I'm putting on weight left, right, and centre, so I need to be aware of that. But I'm certainly keeping it light from a mental point of view. And,
is it more centre or is it more left or right? The weight.
Oh, it's in the centre, mate. It's in the centre, but it's expanding, and then it expands out left and right.
Right, so, okay. Just kind of like all everywhere.
Oh, just everywhere. Just everywhere. So,
maybe you should ban yourself from ice cream for today.
I don't think I can do it, mate. I just believe that's an impossibility.
So
my daughter said that to me the other day. She said, "Why didn't you stop eating ice cream?" So I just can't. What do you mean you can't? I said, I can't do it.
Well, this is what we started the conversation with about can't, Tony.
I don't want to.
The choice, you're having the choice of enjoyment through ice cream. Is that what it's called?
I love it.
It's not because I can't.
Hey, listen. For the viewers out there, I don't drink alcohol. I don't eat meat. Right, so I think I'm doing okay in that regard. But boy, I love ice cream. That's my vice. So others will sit there and have a red wine or a rum or whatever. Good luck to you. I'm not judging people for that. I used to drink as well, but I don't. I haven't drunk now for well over 3 years. But geez, I love ice cream. So no, don't take that away from me. No.
Tony Gallagher says Luke's on a roll today, Tony.
That's okay. It's good fun. Spice it up a little bit on a Sunday morning. Spice it up.
Philip Taylor's come on.
Listen. That's my thoughts on giving up ice cream. It's not happening. So,
no deal on that. No deal for Tony.
Nope.
It is super interesting. I did a little bet with someone yesterday. It's kind of interesting. He's a bit of a drinker, so he loves his beers. So what I did with him today. So the bet is whether we have these restrictions in place until 30 June. So current restrictions, and they don't ease them.
Yeah.
So my bet is we'll be there longer. He actually thinks it'll be by 1st of May. So
really? 1st of May, the restrictions will be lifted?
Yeah.
Oh dear. I'm not sure who that is, but I think you better start paying up.
Well, I allowed him to go to 30 June. So what do you think on that? 30 June?
I think maybe 30 June. If we keep going the way we're going, look, I think. Another thing, this weekend's going to be very telling. This is typically a weekend when we're out camping and enjoying each other's company. So this weekend's going to be very telling. It's going to be a real test for all of us. I'd like to think that once we get into June, yes, we start to have things lifted. I think the 1st of May is incredibly unrealistic, but by June, because we are doing a really good job, like generally speaking. We should be really proud of what we're doing. Again, I know it sucks. It sucks for me. Like, not for one moment do I sit here and pretend that this isn't restrictive on my life, but we're doing a really, really good job. And so for everybody, keep going, stick with this, and we're gonna beat it. No one wants to see in this country what's happening in other parts of the world. It's horrendous. Seeing some of the images in New York and digging up parks and burying bodies, and it's just so sad. So keep doing the simple things, and we're going to get through this. One of the things that.
Anyway, back on my bet. So 30 June.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So 30 June. I allowed him till. So I think the restrictions will still be in place at that time. He's a bit of a drinker, like I said. So basically, it's 2 cases of beer, whoever wins. Yeah. But on top of that is he can't drink for a week, and I don't drink as much as he does, so I can't drink for 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, keep us posted. Keep everyone posted. We're eagerly just go and stand on the road again. It's too damn hot. We're eagerly awaiting the outcome, mate. So
yeah, that's perfect there, Tony.
Keep us all. I don't know if the cyclist thinks it's perfect, but that's okay. I think it's perfect. He may not. All right. Yeah, so keep us all posted, mate. We're eagerly awaiting the outcome of.
Look, another thing that you talk about in laughter, I had the party pants on and I went to the local outdoor markets. There he is again, the cyclist. You attract people, mate. I don't know what it is. It's animals or human beings. You had the one guy turn up there in the park one day. I can't remember. George. Yeah, always remember George. Mate, I'm magnetic. So I've just got just a magnetic, nice guy. People are drawn to me, Luke. So magnetic energy.
Are you questioning that? Are you questioning that? Or?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But, I had the party pants on yesterday at the local markets, and the lady that was serving me there, she said, that's great to have those. We need, a bit of laughter, a bit of fun right now, which is great. And then I was like, mate, they're the party pants. And someone else actually knew the owner of and I go, they're local. I go, they knew the owner, and started a bit of discussion. So, that's what is all fun, right?
Yeah, of course. And you know what? But you have the choice, right? You have the choice to go to the markets and be dull, whatever, or you go, you know what, lighten it up and have a bit of fun, have a laugh.
You know what I had yesterday? I had a hot cinnamon bun from this. It's like a Swedish cafe or something like that. And mate, it was just straight out of the oven. So good.
See, here's the thing, right? So I'm not a very big baked goods eater either, right? So my wife loves Cinnabon. She got Cinnabon delivered to our home this week. She loves it. But so I haven't had one of them, right? So I can resist. I don't eat Cinnabon. I don't eat donuts. I don't like any of that stuff. But ice cream, I just,
Tony says, listen to his passion. Jeez, I love ice cream, says Tony.
Absolutely.
Crazy for ice cream. So we've been talking about, it is the Sunday mindset session. We've got into a bit of food now, but I guess it's all about the fun. And the whole topic is about making the choice of enjoyment. And maybe we enjoy a little bit by food, but we still have that balance a little bit healthy and we don't go out of control. Look, there's enjoyment. The guy, I'm riding his bike around the streets and doing laps. He must be enjoying the hell out of that right now.
I think he just likes being on Facebook Live, to be brutally honest. So he's wanting to be a part of it. He knows that this has been globally, and this is his opportunity to create a bit of awareness.
Fantastic. Tony, any other thoughts that you want to explore today on the Sunday Mindset session in regards to enjoyment?
No, not today, mate.
I think we're really light today. Really just fun-loving and happy and joyful.
Because we're enjoying it. We're enjoying it, and you know what? I mean, we enjoy it every week, but some weeks we do get a bit deep and a bit heavy on things, and all with the spirit of wanting to help people. But today's a bit light. It's Easter. It's a great family occasion. Get out there and enjoy it. But just the general theme for me is that you have the choice as to what your Sunday and what your everyday. But let's just talk about today. What your Sunday is going to be, and you can have it as being an amazing day and look back tonight and you can reflect on your day and go, yeah, that was a whole lot of fun and we had, great laughs and good times and whatnot. Or you can look back tonight and whinge and whine and complain. And, I know what I want to have for my day. It's certainly the former, to have a great day, a fun day. Again, it's my daughter's 15th birthday, and so we're going to do whatever we can to make her day as special as it can be for her, because again, I remember my 15th birthday. It was a really, really cool day, and unfortunately, she's got the restrictions that all of us have. So we're going to make it as fun as we can for her.
Great. Just feel like we want to say to that bike rider, come on, go hard.
Is that what you want me to say?
Yeah, go on. He's come. I'll tell you when he's coming back.
No,
don't scare him too much. We don't want him to fall off his bike either.
Well, he's my neighbour and he knows where I live, right? So I'm in all sorts. So,
yeah, absolutely. We've got Adelmo. Haven't seen that person before. Matthew, Lynn, good to have you on as well. I want to know from the viewers as well. I probably should have brought this question on at the start, but what kind of enjoyment are you looking forward to today? And it might be something you're doing that might be so simple. It might be just eating that one Easter egg, or taking some happy snaps and sharing them around. I saw some photos of my family members doing all sorts of things, and nephews and nieces and so forth, and really enjoying themselves. So it's great to see.
Okay, mate, I'm getting the wind up too as well, so I've got to. Okay, I'm coming. All right. So
all right. Well, that's a great session, Tony.
Celebration.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you to everyone that's joined. Make sure you're enjoying today. Have some fun. Have some laughter. Tony, great stuff.
See you, mate. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. Happy Easter, everyone, and have an amazing day. I know I am, and you can too. So thank you so much, and we'll see you all next week. Bye,
Happy
everyone.
Easter.